Katie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting yet another reading vlog for you guys, but this one is fun and exciting. Obviously, because we are doing a 24-hour readathon today. So honestly, it hasn't really been that long since I've done one of these videos, but I think they're really fun, so I'm gonna do another one. And my last one, while I wouldn't call it a flop, because like any day that I get to spend the day reading is certainly not a flop. It didn't go as well as I was wanting it to, so I've decided to try again, and we're gonna see how it goes. So I hope you guys are excited because I am certainly excited. So let us talk about the TBR that I have for this next 24 hours. It's a little bit crazy. So first of all, I do have 3 like actual books that I want to finish in this 24-hour time span. So first of all, we have All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the 3rd book in the Natural series, and I have been loving this series so much recently. I found this one at a thrift store a few days ago, so that was really exciting. But if you guys don't know, this series follows a group of teenagers who have been recruited by the FBI to solve cold cases. So basically, YA Criminal Minds, and I've been loving it so much, so I'm so excited to get into the 3rd one. I think they go to Vegas in this one. That's why I like all the chips and whatnot. Then we also have A Most Agreeable Murder by Julia Seals. This one, I really don't know too much about, to be honest. I saw it in the bookstore one day, and I thought it was pretty, and I saw it was historical. So I picked it up. I think it was in the mystery section, so I think maybe our main character... Let me see here. Yeah, she is obsessed with the crime cases she reads about in the newspapers. So maybe she's like a historical true crime girly, I don't know, but we're gonna find out. I also see that there is an autumnal ball happening in this book. That's what really drew me in. So I'm excited about this one as well. And then finally, I do have a book which I am in the middle of that I really need to finish, because this is my monthly buddy read that I do with my friend Elaine. We all know Elaine around here. And we were supposed to have it read by a few days ago, and I still don't have it finished. But I think I have like how long is this book? Like 300-ish pages left, and that is Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. I've actually been reading this book since last November, and I just really need to finish it, because originally I was doing a tandem read of this and Tower of Dawn. And I've given up on my tandem read because like it's been way too long, and I have no motivation to do the tandem read. So I'm finishing up this one, then we're gonna read Tower of Dawn together, and then like obviously we will finish the series together. But I actually need to finish this one so badly. So I'm currently on page 421. So I've made some progress since November. Not a lot though, so my goal is to finish this in this readathon as well. Do I have to tell you what Throne of Glass is about? Because honestly, I don't even know if I can summarize what Throne of Glass is about at this point, so gonna read it. It's honestly not my favorite, but for the buddy read, I will complete it. So this is also going to be happening. And then I have obviously some different formats of things, so let's quickly talk about those. First of all, it's time we talk about Yona of the Dawn again. My friends, I'm so excited because volume 39 came out in August, and I've been waiting for my hold from the library to come in, because while I have been buying a lot of the volumes, I do not want this clown in my collection. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do not like swan around here, obviously. So I didn't want this one. So I've been waiting for it to come in from the library, and it literally came in like yesterday. And I was like, that is perfect, thank you. Honestly, at this point, I'm just constantly contemplating a reread of Yona of the Dawn, so the fact that I have like some new content so I don't do that is good. And then honestly, I'm not sure about this one, but I've been contemplating a little reread of Heartstopper because I watched season 2 of the show, obviously loved it, 5 out of 5 stars, big fan. But it's been a minute since I reread the graphic novels. I think I reread them when the 1st season of the show came out last year. I have a vlog if you guys want to check it out, because that one was really fun. But I just kind of want to reread it again for funsies, you know, so I might do that. I'm not sure. And then I also have Lore Olympus Volume 4. This one I'm also unsure on, because it's like, it's a graphic novel, but it is so long. Like, why is it so thick? So I don't know if I want to spend my time like reading a graphic novel that's quite this long when I could like read an actual book. So I don't know, this is a big maybe, but we'll see. Like, the goal obviously is to be able to read all of these. I just don't know if I can do that. But here are my potential reading plans for the next 24 hours. This looks stupid. Like, there's no way, but we're just gonna see, you know, because I want to try to stay up like as late as I can tonight. I want to try and read just as much as I physically can in the next like 24-hour period of time, so we're gonna see. I'm excited. So there's my TBR for this vlog. Currently it is 9:20 and I'm hoping to start the readathon at 9:30, so I'm gonna go from 9:30 today to 9:30 tomorrow. And I think I'm either gonna start out with The Most Agreeable Murder or All In. I want to save Empire of Storms for later because I do have the audiobook that I'm going to read like along with it, which I think I want to save for like later tonight because I think it'll be easier to stay up if I have like that audiobook while I'm reading. So I want to, one of these. Which one? I'm leaning towards All In because like I'm really excited about this one and I think I want to start off with like a book that I'm like super excited about. I'm going to start reading this and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. So it is quite a bit later and obviously I'm here with a reading update. I have made it up to page 194 of All In. And I am just like, I love this series so much. I'm loving this book so much and it's just great. Like if you guys have not picked up The Naturals, I would highly recommend it. In this one specifically, I'm really liking the, well, I don't know if I want to say I'm liking it. In every single one of these books, there is a different serial killer that is obviously murdering people, but I think the way that this serial killer is going about it is really interesting. That feels wrong to say because this unsub, which is, what does that stand for? What does unsub mean? It's like unidentified subject, probably? Unknown subject or unidentified subject of an investigation. There we go. I'm using my technical words here because the unsub in this book is very like numbers oriented, and specifically they're basing a lot of like the murders and like things surrounding the murders on the Fibonacci sequence, which I just think is really interesting because like every body that's found, there are like numbers written on their wrist in some way and they're like numbers of the Fibonacci sequence, and I like, it's so random, but I think it's a lot more interesting than like the other calling cards that they've had for like the serial killers in the first two books, so I'm just really liking that. Also, we're getting to see more of one of the characters whose name is Sloane, who I feel like we don't really know much about her. We did know that she is like from Las Vegas, or she grew up there or something, and all of these murders are taking place in Las Vegas. So they had to go there. She's confronting some different aspects to her past, and I'm just really liking getting to know her more as a character because I really enjoy what she adds to the story. And overall, I'm just really enjoying it. I love the characters in this series so much. I feel like they're really well written and I really enjoy what every single one of them brings to the story. I'm really liking the investigation going on in this book, and overall, it's just really good so far. So originally I was gonna take a break and like read one of like my manga or graphic novels or whatever, but I think I'm actually just going to continue to read this because I really want to see what's gonna happen next, and then I'll probably take a break and pick up Yona. So I'm gonna go finish this up and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so it is now 3 and I have just finished All In. And some things have I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what, I mean, I do know what's happening. But this has just gone in no direction that I was expecting this series to go in. The beginning of this book, I was like, oh, you know, interesting serial killer mystery. And then it's just like devolved into like, I don't even know. Like, the scope has certainly been broadened. The scope has been enlarged. What am I trying to say? I don't even know. Like, the ending of this book, I don't even know. So basically, after the last time that I talked to you, we started to learn some things. And honestly, I did really enjoy the second half of this book. Even though it has just like gone off in this completely new direction, I am very excited to see what this new direction is going to bring. Obviously, something like big is gonna have to happen in the last book in this series because it is just a 4-book series. Like, I can't expect them to just, you know, solve different serial killer crimes forever because it's not like a serialized mystery kind of series. But I just didn't expect this. But it's interesting. It's really interesting. But I don't want to say anything about it because I certainly do not want to spoil anything. But I really, like, there are just a lot of elements being brought into this series right now that I never really knew I would enjoy in a book, but I am very, very intrigued. But overall, I just really loved this book. I feel like it was the perfect book to start out this readathon with because it was super fast-paced, I didn't get bored, I was just in it, ready to go. I love this series, so definitely cannot wait to read Bad Blood, which is the last book in this series. I have it over there. I'm not gonna read it in this readathon, like I can't do that because I don't want to finish the series like today. I'm not ready for that. One book down. Yay, I think the next book I'm gonna pick up is A Most Agreeable Murder, but I think first I'm going to read my volume of Yona, which I'm so excited about, so I'm gonna go do that, and I will, I'll tell you guys about it. Yeah, later. Update here, but I did just finish volume 39 of Yona, and honestly, it was so good. Well, like, one of the chapters was really good. I feel like as we've progressed further in the series, there are so many different side characters that we could potentially focus on that sometimes, like, the main characters, like Hawk and Yona, like, you don't see, like, a ton of them. Like, you see them a lot, but not as much as I would personally want. So I feel like my enjoyment of this series has like decreased a little bit as it has progressed. But there was one scene in this volume that I was like, oh, so that's what we're doing? Yes. So obviously it was absolutely stunning. Just so glad that I had another volume of Yona to read. I think the next one comes out in like December, which honestly not like super far away, so gonna consider that one a win. So I'm now going to get back into the actual books, and I'm going to pick up A Most Agreeable Murder. And I'm so excited to get into this one because I have a feeling I'm really gonna like it. I think it's like a murder mystery. They're at a ball and like somebody drops dead, so they have to figure out who killed him. I think there's romance. It's set in the Regency period, like all of that. Just yes. So I'm gonna get into that. I will give you an update at some point in time later. So it is almost 7 o'clock and I have made some progress in A Most Agreeable Murder. I have made it up to page 163. And as I predicted, I'm really enjoying it. I mean, based on like the synopsis, I knew I was really going to like it, but it's nice to have that confirmed. So basically, I was correct. You are following our main character as she goes to this autumnal ball. And at this ball, there's this very, like, eligible bachelor. Our main character's sister's trying to, you know, like, put some moves. I mean, like, I don't really know how many moves you can really put on a man in, like, the 1810s or whatever. But she's trying to get a husband. And things seem to be going all right until later in the night he drops dead. Don't you hate when that happens? But naturally, there happens to be a detective at this ball who is now solving this potential murder, and our main character, who loves reading like the crime section of the newspaper, is helping him. So I think there's like a bit of a romance going on. Obviously, it's a murder mystery. Nobody can leave because the weather is just terrible outside. And it's so, like, it's really fun so far. Also, I love the writing. If you enjoy India Holton's, like, Dangerous Damsel series, you need to pick this book up. Like, just trust me. Although, honestly, I think I'm kind of liking the, like, setup of this book more because you have, like, a more defined plot and, like, a more interesting plot that you're trying to figure out. But, like, the writing and just the, like, subtle ridiculousness to the writing, like, same vibes. Very much the same vibes. Like, let me just read you the first sentence of this book and you'll get it. It reads, "In the English countryside there was a small township called Swampshire, comprised of several lovely mansions and one disgusting swamp. And the swamp is actually inhabited by an overpopulation of luminescent frogs." Hence, like, all of the frogs that are on the cover of this book. Like, look at them back here by the barcode. They're so cute. Also, very much a side note, but the cover of this book is absolutely gorgeous. Like, all of the little details on it. I mean, can we just appreciate it? Look at it. And even like on the inside flap, like up here, like these little swords, I love them. Back to this book. Again, it is very much like borderline ridiculous. Like, this kind of humor I love. I just think it's so fun. Also, the family dynamic in this book definitely reminds me of Pride and Prejudice, which, like, is the point of the book, because you have the mom who is very much like, I need to marry my daughters off right now. There's actually, like, a reason as to why she has to, like, push them to be married off, but, like, even before then, she was overbearing and annoying, just like the mother in Pride and Prejudice. And then the daughters also somewhat resemble the daughters in Pride and Prejudice. Like, I think our main character is more of like a Lizzie Bennet type. The middle sister is kind of, what is her older sister's name? Is it Jane? And then they have a younger sister, Mary, who is just really weird. But also, I love Mary. I think she's so funny. Like, Mary very much reminds me of Wednesday Addams, so take from that what you will. But I'm just really enjoying it. I like the characters, I like the setting, I like the mystery aspect to it. This is just a really fun book, and I'm glad I just, like, randomly picked it up. So I'm gonna go read the rest of this. So I have like 170 pages left, so my goal for tonight is obviously to finish this book. Like, I don't think that'll be too hard, but I also want to try and finish Empire of Storms tonight. And I have like 270 pages left in that book. I don't know, we're gonna see. My goal for tonight is to stay up as late as I possibly can, so we will just see how that goes. I don't know. But I'm gonna go finish this and I will talk to you guys when I'm done. Okay, so it is about 9:30 now and I just finished A Most Agreeable Murder, and I did continue to enjoy this book. It was just a really good time. I think the melding of a murder mystery with this, like, Regency, not really romance, but like setting, was just so good. And I always love the talk of like propriety in these books, but especially in this one because there's like this whole etiquette guide thing that like exists within this town, and the rules are just like absolutely so stupid, like obviously poking fun at what the social norms were for women back in the day because it freaking sucked. So obviously whenever I read a book that focuses on a young woman in a more historical setting, I really do like the inclusion of like some sort of discussion around that, and I really liked it in this book because it had like the whole poking fun of it type of thing going on, but then you also have our main character who is like super interested in like crimes and murder and like wanting to solve mysteries and all that, which obviously was not considered an appropriate job for a woman back in the day, but she's like, I don't care. And I just love that. I think it is so fun. I also loved how the mystery played out, and it wasn't like there was just one person with secrets in the end. Like, obviously you found out like who did it, and I just want to put it out there that I made a prediction in my head like halfway through the book of who did it, and I was right. So like I just want to talk about that really quickly because that never happens. But I feel like everybody kind of had their own, like, you know, secrets that they didn't want to share, and like learning all of these little tidbits about everybody was really fun and really juicy. I do love mysteries like that. I think somebody on the back of this book described this as Jane Austen meets Agatha Christie. So if that sounds like something you would be into, highly recommend. Also, if you like India Holton's books, like the three of those, it's like Jane Austen, Agatha Christie, and India Holton. Like, that's essentially what this book is, which I think makes it so much fun. So now that this is done, I think I'm going to pick up Empire of Storms. I'm on page like 420, so I think I have like 200 and something, like 50 pages left in the book, which I'm hoping to finish tonight. Like, I think I should be able to do that before I go to sleep. I'd like to. Yeah, I'm gonna go read some of Empire of Storms. I'll give you an update at some point because honestly, I don't remember what's happening in that book. Like, I took a, oh god, I don't even know, like a 9-month gap in reading that book. I just picked it up recently and like started reading more of it, and I have no clue what's going on. Like, I kind of understand some things, but I'm kind of just winging it. Like, it'll be fine. So, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna jump into Empire of Storms, and I will let you guys know how it's going at some point in time later. So it is the next morning. I think I have like an hour and a half left of the readathon, so I'm gonna try and make the most of it. But first, I need to give you guys some reading updates. Well, it's really just a single update, and that is that I finished Empire of Storms. I stayed up until like 2 o'clock last night reading, I think, and then I woke up this morning and I had a little bit left, so I finished it. I haven't given too many updates on it because honestly, I didn't really care for this book as a whole. Like, it was fine, and there were some aspects to it that I liked, but overall, I just don't think Throne of Glass is like my series, you know? Like, I want to finish it, I want to see what happens throughout the rest of the series, but I just don't absolutely love it. And, you know, that's fine, but I am happy that I finished this so I can finally talk to Elaine about it, and we are going to buddy read the other 2 books in the series together as well, which is going to be really fun. But honestly, I just don't have many thoughts about this book. I feel like my enjoyment of Throne of Glass has it peaked at Queen of Shadows. Like, it just like slowly started getting better. And then I started this one, and I've also read like half of Tower of Dawn, and like they're both fine, you know, but I just don't love it. I just don't love it. You know, I was gonna say this is my least favorite Sarah J Maas series, but it's not. I think I like ACOTAR, but like Sarah J Maas's other 2 series, like they're just fine, you know? You will definitely see my thoughts on the other 2 books in the series though, because I was somewhat liking Tower of Dawn. Like, it's not my favorite, but I think I was liking it more than I was liking Empire of Storms, honestly. Which surprises me because I know not a lot of people like Tower of Dawn. Anyway, like I said, I had like, oh, it's like an hour and 15 minutes now. I am going to reread Heartstopper next. I'm so excited. I just need something, you know, casual, little graphic novel. It's been a while since I've reread it and I'm so excited. And then I think after I finish Heartstopper, I am going to start Bad Blood. I know I'm not gonna make it far in this book because I cannot read that fast. So with whatever time I have left, I will be reading Bad Blood, which I'm so excited about because I just feel like this book is gonna be very interesting. And I need to see that. Ooh, new victims, new betrayals, new secrets. Oh, it's so dramatic. So here are my reading plans for the rest of the readathon, and I will talk to you guys later when we wrap everything up. Okay, so my 24 hours is officially up, and I'm here to give you my final reading updates and wrap up the vlog. First of all, I did finish my reread of Heartstopper, and it was so lovely. I want to reread all of them, and I think I might go do that later today, to be honest, because I got to the end of this one and I was like, why is it a cliffhanger? Like, do I already know what happens? Yeah, but like, I need this situation to be resolved, so I'm probably gonna go read the other 3 volumes later today, but I loved it. Obviously, need I say more? No. And then I have also made some progress in Bad Blood. I've made it up to page 62, and we're kind of just getting like the intro to the mystery that is being solved in this one specifically, but also it kind of piggybacks off of kind of what we learned in the 3rd book about like this kind of overarching thing going on. So I'm really interested to see where this book is gonna go, because I have no clue, but I'm really excited about it. But aside from that, I don't really have a lot of thoughts on it, because not a lot has happened so far, but it seems like it's gonna be really good. So I'm gonna tally up how many pages I read, and then we'll kind of go through everything really quickly. So I ended up reading 1,025 pages over the course of this 24 hours, which I'm so happy about. I'm not sure if I've ever reached 1,000 pages in a 24-hour readathon before. So this is really exciting, but I do quickly want to go through all of the books. I think I finished 5 and I started a 6th, which is, I'm just like, I feel like this was such a successful 24 hours. So I'm so happy about that. So finished All In, loved it. Finished A Most Agreeable Murder, loved it. I finished Empire of Storms, it happened. And then I also read Yone of the Dawn, volume 39, absolutely stunning, and Heartstopper. So I had such a good time doing this readathon, and I feel like it was just super successful. So I really hope you guys also enjoyed watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, I would love to chat with you guys in the comments, whether that be about any of the books that I read in this video, or just whatever you guys want to tell me, what you guys are reading, what you're up to, how you're doing. Literally anything. Also, I want to thank everybody over on my Patreon. If you guys ever want extra content from me, that is always linked down below. Specifically, if you guys liked this 24-hour readathon, we do quarterly readathons over on my Patreon. Our next one is in October, and it's going to be spooky themed, and I'm so excited, so if you want to join. And there's other fun stuff going on over there, so if you guys want to check it out, totally can. And yeah, I think that's everything. I'm gonna let you guys go. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I had such a good time filming it. I feel like yesterday was just so much fun. Like, this morning was fine, but like yesterday, spending the entire day just like reading book after book, like every now and then, that's just what you need. So yes, I am now gonna let you go, and I will see you all in my next video.